Your Uncle Don't Know Nothing podcast. Your host, Sauce, the analyst, Doc Prime, Big Play Joe, MJ the Playmaker, and Coach Peyton.
We just witnessed UFC 314, and Paddy took him down in the third round, right? TKO. But I mean, how impressive, really was this? I mean, Michael Chandler was 38 years old.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
He had already lost 9 fights. I mean, it's a big buzz on the internet about it. Everybody going crazy, and you know, yeah. I'm just not. I'm not sold.
You not sold?
I know why.
I know why. I feel like. Listen. This all I'm saying. I watched the a really good highlight of the fight, and I mean, my man is quick. He nimble. He can strike from funny, like he like the Pacquiao out there. He can strike in unorthodox positions. I like all of that. I mean, he put it tough on my man. My man was leaking all out the face and all that. But he fought an old head though, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, in the first round, the old head.
I feel like it was almost as bad as Mike Tyson and
No, don't do that.
And the YouTuber, man. Mike Tyson and the YouTuber, man.
Don't do that.
Well, y'all tell. Hey. Give me your expertise. Hold on. Give me your expertise, Coach. You go ahead and start it off. Tell me what was so impressive.
And to add to your point, you were absolutely right. The guy's old. Now, even in the first round, Chandler was sticking with him, and Paddy came off real slow, like he was trying to develop the jab, but Chandler was getting under him, took him down a couple times, and everything else kind of fell apart after the second round when the second round turned around, and I think Paddy kind of like did the okay, I know what he can do now, this, that, and that, so let me apply a little bit more pressure. Now, I'm kind of biased about UFC because you could lose 5 or 6 fights and you consider great. And the boxing thing is still on me as far as I like to see undefeated fighters. You might take 1 loss in your career or 2. Like, that's, to me, that weighs heavily on my end. If you're supposed to be the greatest UFC fighter, you shouldn't have no losses. Now, that's why I like John Jones. He don't play around. So I gravitate more to him because of the record and how he handled his business. But when these guys out here, they got, like you said, 9 losses, and you're in a major title fight, that's not impressive to me.
Hold on, tag me in.
I don't know UFC.
Let's go.
I love Paddy. I'm buying up all the stock on Paddy. Y'all are saying Michael Chandler was old. Okay, look, Michael Chandler, the only reason you're saying he was old because he took maybe 2 years off chasing the Conor McGregor fight. But before that, you look at the people in the UFC that Michael Chandler fought, they all had tough times fighting him and have respect for him. The kid is explosive, and just because he's 38, his body don't look 38. He's an athletic freak, right? Paddy went out there, and this is somebody who, when he starts throwing hands,
and Tyson was looking good. Tyson looked good in that Netflix fight.
Oh, good.
His physique.
No, Big. You could put a picture up of Michael Chandler and put a picture of Mike Tyson, and you will see Mike Chandler looks like he might be on some kind of intense supplement. But Paddy came out there and showed that he could take down a really dangerous striker who's hurt most of the people he's fought in the UFC, including some of the best. I mean, you saw people just trying to take him down. He had Oliveira on skates until Oliveira came back. So that was a huge win for Paddy Pimblett. He's a superstar. I think he's got an entire country behind him. And I think at 30 years old, he'd be one of the younger champions due to a lot of them being older right now. Man, I think they need to accelerate this kid, put him forward, and let him prove us wrong. I don't want to see him fighting any other like lead up fights or anybody who they can give some excuses about. I think there's only 2 fights that you can give him, and I think they're both super dangerous. Give him Oliveira, super dangerous fight. Or,
Agreed.
hey man, give him a chance, give him a crack at the champ, man. This kid's jiu-jitsu is amazing. He could catch somebody in a triangle or a guillotine, and now he's holding the belt and he's talking that talk, man. I'm super high on Paddy Pimblett. I love what I saw.
Hey, let me tag in here for a minute because I'm going to tell you right now. Listen, I love this kid, right? I think he's got the it factor. I think this kid has the it factor and could go on to be the next Conor McGregor. Now, let me just make a statement about the difference between UFC and boxing and these records. So, first of all, yes, John Jones is a phenom. John Jones is a GOAT, is the GOAT. But my expectation is not that every time I see a championship fight, I'm witnessing GOAT versus GOAT, okay? One of the differences between the UFC and boxing is that the UFC, when you have to develop your craft and you have a weakness, the UFC, that weakness is going to be exploited, and that exploitation, you usually end up with an L, right? Until you figure out, oh, I need to be able to do this, do that. In boxing, when they see a weakness, they avoid that fight. They're like, well, we ain't fighting this guy. This guy got a left hook that will put you on the canvas. But in the UFC, they don't have that luxury. So they either figure it out in training camp and we find out, oh, well, you didn't figure that out or you didn't do this. So I don't have a problem with the losses. What I have a problem with is in boxing per se, is when you get a guy who's undefeated, 18-0, and then they get into the big show and you recognize, you're like, man, where is this dude's skill set? Like, how are you 18-0? Who you been fighting?
I
In the
agree with
UFC,
that.
you cannot hide.
I'm just saying, I felt like I was watching. I mean, to be honest, I felt like I was watching Mayweather Arturo Gotti. You got a 27, 28-year-old Floyd Mayweather in there with an old Gotti. Gotti looked good in them first couple of rounds. Then he took a beating after that.
Well,
that 6th round was terrible.
Come on, Joe.
I mean, the rest of his fights is going to be a young versus old. I mean, you're going to go Charles Oliveira over here. I mean, he's old. Justin Gaethje got some age to him. Max Holloway got some age to him, but they're all above him. So you got to get used to young guys fighting old guys because the old guys are the best right now. They're the ones on the top rank. So you're gonna see it either way.
Yep.
But I agree with Mark where Charles Oliveira, he's the next one. He's the next fight. He doesn't have anybody on contract yet, and I think that will be the next fight for Pimblett. And then he goes on to get the championship.
Well, he's definitely trending right now on the internet. So y'all spot on with what the rest of the people think.
Hey, let me tell the UFC this. Fight. The UFC needs to make Paddy Pimblett versus Oliveira in England. That fight will go crazy. That stadium will be chanting, Paddy, Paddy. It'll look like, do you remember Rocky IV when Rocky was in Russia?
Yeah.
That's what it's going to look like. It's going to be a movie in that stadium, man.
Yeah. No question.
All right, man. So we're gonna keep our eye on Paddy and see what develops. The contrast between the old and the young. What you said about the older guys on top, so the younger guys gonna have to come and take them crowns. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna keep our eye on Paddy.